A strong coaching relationship is somebody who's going to help you discover where the little holes are in your processes, where there's potential gaps, where maybe you're not seeing that you have strengths that you can lean into. They're going to help really tighten up your processes. If you don't have processes, then let's get them in place.
Amazing. So today I'm joined with Storm, a good friend, and we've known each other many years. I think you've been with RRI, I believe you told me 18 years now. And that's probably when I went to my first Richard Robbins convention around that time. And I had done some coaching with Richard Robbins in the past, and I really love that organization. I know we're not focused on Richard Robbins, but I want to give that plug out there as well. And a lot of our agents are either in coaching or they're curious about coaching. So we thought it'd be a great opportunity to have a conversation with the expert on, is coaching for you? And so thanks and welcome, Storm. Appreciate your insights.
So appreciate being here for sure. This is going to be short. It's coaching for you. Yes. All right. We're done. Yeah, no, it's a question we get asked a lot, and especially like in 18 years with Richard Robbins, I have had the privilege of speaking with so many different realtors from so many different stages and phases of their business. And I've seen coaching work beautifully, and I've seen it not work. And we can dive a little bit deeper into why I think it doesn't work as we move forward.
Yeah, so I know, I think, and I could relate. There was a time where I was not coachable. And so I think that's probably what you're maybe alluding to, right?
Yeah, not that it's not coachable. You see, it's so funny, Shane. I believe that everybody is coachable, but I think that when we do a cookie cutter approach and we treat everybody the same way, and instead of learning who they are and leveraging what it is that we have in our back pocket of knowledge, experience, and systems, instead we make it about us and we try to teach them our systems, our way. And if it doesn't fit into their business model, then it won't work.
Right. Yeah. And I would say that's a little bit more like mentorship, right? Or as you're looking at a model or a mentor rather than a coach. Do you agree?
100%. I always think of it this way. I did a podcast with a really great friend, and one of the things that he said, and I thought it was so cool, he said, you know what, if you're going to go climb Mount Everest, you wouldn't even dream of doing it without a Sherpa. And I was like, did I say that word right? Who knows?
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, though? Some people have. And there are those that have climbed Everest successfully on their own or with a team without a guide. But I would suggest that the bumps, bruises, and journey was way more brutal than it needed to be. And that's the way that I look at a coach as well. There are tons of people in this industry who are having phenomenal success, and they've got enough, whatever it is, shit disturbing energy
Sure.
just to get things done. But I really honestly believe that when you join with a coach and you get paired with the right coach and they align with your business principles, that you're just going to get where you want to go so much faster. And when you arrive there, you're not going to be quite as beat up.
And what would you say is the number one thing that a coach would do? Or I guess how about this? What is the process starting to work with a coach?
Sure. It's so funny, Shane. Whenever I talk to clients, the very first thing they say is they go, oh, so I'm like, I just want somebody to hold me accountable. And I look at, is your coach going to hold you accountable? And is accountability a huge piece of it? It really, truly is. But if I don't design a business in a path, so when you partner with a coach, number one, it's not just about having great conversations and spitballing ideas. You can do that for free with your friends and with your peers. A strong coaching relationship is somebody who's going to help you discover where the little holes are in your processes, where there's potential gaps, where maybe you're not seeing that you have strengths that you can lean into. They're going to help really tighten up your processes. If you don't have processes, then let's get them in place. But I think sometimes the conception when you join coaching is that they think they're going to come in and we're just going to cannonball their business. And we're going to want to change absolutely everything that they're doing. And we're just going to make more work. And that is just simply not the case. You got to do small little tweaks. So we always say bullets, not cannonballs, right? So it really is about auditing. What is it that you're currently doing? What are your best practices? And you do that together with your coach. You discover, what has this journey been like for you? What do you absolutely despise about the business, and what do you love? And then as an organization, along paired with your coach and the phenomenal community of people we coach, then you can get steering in that direction, moving away from the things that you don't want to do. Now, no matter what, suck it up. Opportunity looks a whole hell of a lot like hard work. You're always going to have to do certain things that you're not really crazy about, such as life. But we want to have you so that 80% of the time, you are absolutely excited about waking up and what's in front of you for the day.
Right. So I heard a lot about your coach, I guess, helping you treat your business more like a business, right? And yes, accountability, I think, has got to be that number one. There's some real power to having somebody call you on your commitments, right? And asking you some of those high level questions. I think Richard will often talk about that 50,000 feet view, right? So you're really viewing the business from a higher level and further out where you're going. But I did hear you talk a little bit about the community, and like I've heard it called as the ecosystem that surround being part of a coaching program. So I think I know a few of our agents are part of Richard Robbins, and they said they're mastermind groups, or they're just as powerful, if not more of an impact to their business than the one-on-one coaching is.
You bet. So your one-on-one coaching is really laser focused on you. What are your goals? What are your objectives? But you can always add layers. You can stack it. You can bring it together in so many different ways. So your coach may talk to you about, let's give an example. Your coach might talk to you about the power of implementing your lifetime referral system. What are the things that you're doing over the course of the year to stay in touch with the people that you've done business with in the past so that they become an advocate? So we might have an outline and some different ideas and strategies, and then the community steps in, and the community takes it to the next level, because they'll go, you know what? I did that, but then I did this, and then I added that, and I did that. When I get asked what the difference is, I would never badmouth a competitor. I don't look at competitors. I think we're complementers, quite honestly. And I think that no matter what, if you're looking at any form of coaching, you cannot go wrong. But we always say training changes the way you think, coaching changes the way you act. But in order to get that stickiness and for it to stay, when you are surrounded by professionals that are thinking about their business the same way that you are, that are at that same level of wanting to always up it and make it better, when you fly with those pack of people, you can't help but accelerate. And I would say our greatest differentiator, Shane, our greatest is our community. We have the privilege of working with some of the most abundant mindset, skilled, freaking awesome humans, I argue, in Canadian real estate.
Love it. We often say you're the sum of your 5 closest friends. And I think if you surround yourself with awesome people, that can only help to elevate you. It's great.
You bet. Well, and I always say, like so often, I always say, when is coaching not the right decision? Coaching is not a life raft. If you're out in the middle of the ocean, you've got no money, you're struggling, you've got no direction, and you're looking for a life raft, just something to grab onto to save you, coaching will not work. We're not a life saver in that moment, but if you are someone you're brand new to the business, you've got a little bit of a buffer there. You can afford coaching because you're 3 to 6 months sometimes before you're going to start seeing a strong return on your investment. Now, lots of times it's sooner than that, but I believe it's important to manage expectations. But when somebody comes into coaching and you're looking at, okay, what do I need to do? Whether you're brand new in the business, we'd rather help you form good habits than break bad ones. If you've been in the business for a while, sometimes we get really stuck in the way that we do things, the way that we look at ourselves, the way we see ourselves. So in that frame, the coach is able to help you see yourself a little bit differently so you can put different practices in place. And when you're seasoned, we have seasoned professionals that'll come to us and say, I don't care if I ever earn another penny. I just want a life. So for them, it's about maintaining that level of revenue and giving them back some form of life. So I believe coaching is effective for everybody, but you have to be able to have a strong vision, strong goals, strong objectives, and be excited about it. If you look at what you want to accomplish in 2023 and you feel overwhelmed, then that simply says you don't have the right processes and structure in place in order to achieve the goal. So don't change the goal, change the structure and processes.
Right. No, that's great. We talk a little bit about investment on that.
Sure, 100%.
Okay.
So the investment for coaching is $899 Canadian a month. There is a one-time only admin fee of $799 when you first join coaching. For REMAX, or we never waive that fee outside of our events. For you guys, I would be more than happy to take $500 off of that investment for anybody wanting to come on board of the admin fee. We don't have contracts. We just simply don't believe in them. We don't want clients to stay with us because they signed a contract. We want clients to stay with us because they're getting tremendous value for their investment. So anybody who joins, we ask you to come in ready to commit and stay with us forever. We want you to stay forever. Right. But if you decide to leave for any reason, we ask for 30 days notice and you're out.
Yeah, but I would often say it's you're looking at it as a marathon, not a sprint, right? And often just that first year is a bit of a learning year, right? And so, we want to get you into the earning years maybe after that, if you want to get that mindset.
Yes, 100%. And the other part that I think is so important as well, you know what, in this industry, if anybody's heard me speak, you hear me say this, it's a bone of contention for me because we reward based on the result that we produce. Right. So you're a rock star based on the result. But because of that, for someone who doesn't really have a strong foundation in this business, when you're pursuing the result, you change tactics and strategies too often. And it leads to burnout and frustration. So when you're working with a coach, the coach is able to help you stay the course, not do redundant activities that are not producing a result, but stay the course long enough to get there. We cannot control the result. We can only control the behaviors. And so focus on the right behaviors and the results will come. But we ping pong around all over the place. There's so much shiny stuff in this business.
Well, and you know what? Doing calling a client every day, it's like, that's just boring. Like, well, where's the exciting stuff, right?
Yes. It's so funny. I love the challenge of calling clients all day long because you get so many different things thrown at you and you have to be on your game.
Right.
On your game. Yeah.
I love that. Well, these sessions are meant to be short and sweet, right to the point. And I think you said it all.
I did. And what I'm going to do right now for you, I'm going to put my glasses on really, really quickly.
Oh, we're getting serious now. We're getting serious. The glasses are
Anybody who wants to have a deeper discussion about coaching, is it the right fit for you? What does it look like for you? I've put my Calendly link in the chat. If you wouldn't mind sharing that. And then here's my commitment. I'm not going to get on the phone and try and sell you into something. I'm not going to push you. There's no hard pushing here. This would just be like a 30-minute one-on-one strategy session. Let's figure out if coaching is the right decision for you. If not now, maybe down the road, but at least maybe I can answer some of those questions.
Great. Yeah, I love that. So thanks so much. We'll definitely share out your Calendly link so people can have a quick conversation. And, they'll always get something out of meeting with you. And if it's a good fit, awesome. Grow that relationship a little bit more. And if not, it's, maybe not now, but maybe in the future, right? So I think that's all.
And if not us, someone. There are great coaches out there, guys. And that is why, there's somebody for everybody. And in getting that help, it doesn't have to be RI. Well, it has to be RI. No, it doesn't. But just get help for yourself and get guidance and join a community. So I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are so invested in bringing great content to your realtors. I've got mad love for that. And if anybody wants to jam, I'm looking forward to connecting.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Storm. Appreciate you as always. your insights and the value you provide to the community is amazing. So thanks so much.
All right. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Chat soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.